Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. Tonight, we're going to be going over the Carolina Panthers 2023 draft picks. And guess what? Bonus. This usually happens the next day on Sunday, but it happened today, so I'm going to go over it with you lightly as well. We're going to go over the signings for their undrafted free agency. So, this Frank Reich team, uh, along with Scott Fitter, is really starting to take shape, and we're starting to get some more reasons to be excited about this 2023 upcoming season. I know I am very much excited about it. So again, we're going to go through everything tonight. Love to hear from you guys. If you're on interactive show, we go live for a reason, that is so that we can have questions from you guys. So please, any questions that you have, let me know. But also, it's an opportunity to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification if you have not already done so, because there will be a much more in-depth analysis, discussion on this 2023 draft class. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on Sunday or Monday, but again, if you subscribe and turn on that bell notification, you will know. So, hey, guys, to give a shout out to the very first person, Felix Graham. He said he's back. Appreciate you coming back, Felix. And also, want to ask off the top, hit the like button. You know, we talked about it a lot last year. We're independent media. We grow through interaction. So if you at the least hit the like button when you see this video, it will help other Carolina Panther fans find out about us and help us grow. And hey, I'm trying to be Bryce Young Central this year, okay? I know a lot of people are excited about this new quarterback first round pick. Excuse me, I don't have my mute button. But I plan on giving you guys as much content as I can. So help spread the word. Again, hit that like button. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I see we got some people logging in. Shouts out to the people who just finished watching the first round of I think it's the semifinals in the West. Man, I was kind of cheering for Phoenix, but they got it handed to them tonight by the Denver Nuggets. But we're going to go ahead and talk about some football and this Carolina Panthers draft picks. All right, let's go ahead and get this up on the screen for you guys. So here are the final picks for the 2023 season. No surprise here with that first round pick, number 1 overall. Quarterback Bryce Young out of Alabama. And give you guys a few highlights on this guy, all right, on Bryce Young. He was, as many probably know, a 2021 Heisman Trophy winner. He was also the only Alabama quarterback to throw for 3,000 yards in not just one season, but 2 seasons. First quarterback ever in Alabama history to do that. Also another first for him in terms of, well, the Alabama franchise, is that he's the first overall pick, which to me was a little surprising, but I'll admit I'm not the biggest college football guy. First Alabama product in this modern era of the draft to go number 1 overall. I think that's pretty cool, pretty intriguing bit of information. And then he's the all-time. So let's talk about his passing abilities, right? He's the all-time leader for Alabama in terms of games where he's had 5 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive to have 3, 4. This guy leads Alabama with 5 touchdowns. I'm sorry, the number of games that he's thrown for 5 touchdown passes. And then, you know, little guy, I know there's been concern about his size and his durability in the NFL, which I think is definitely something warranted to be concerned about. But I think a good little fact that I found that may give some people some kind of, peace, and that he doesn't go to run the ball a lot. He had in his career 49 rushes. This was last year, 49 rushes for 185 yards, 4 TDs. So he doesn't go to looks to run that much. So I think that's good for the people who may have concern over his durability. It seems like he's going to be protecting himself. Whoa, look at this. Felix Graham says, I'm missing my left foot, but that won't stop me from watching. Chris, give me the news. Felix, what's going on? Missing the left foot? Loco says, great draft. Omar Tillman says, give this draft a B grade, time to work. So, so again, much more in depth will be coming I need time to really dig deep into all these guys that were drafted and just, take a moment to do some thinking before I get back to you guys. But I'm certainly going to be coming back to you with some more in-depth analysis and also want to hear from you all on that as well. So let's continue with these draft picks that we got here, right? So number 2 pick for the Panthers, but overall round 2, number 39, wide receiver Jonathan Mingo. Again, round 2, number 39, wide receiver Jonathan Mingo out of Ole Miss. So I thought it was quite interesting. Steve Smith is a legend for the Carolina Panthers. Currently, team owner is David Tepper. And Tepper actually said that he talked with Steve Smith prior to the pick to kind of get his opinion on the guy. And he said, hey, I like him. Get him. And so that's what they did. David Tepper went and drafted, Scott Fitter more specifically, went and drafted Jonathan Mingo out of Ole Miss. This guy, again, just touched on a few things for these players tonight. He earned second team All SEC for his performance last year. And also, he was the offensive player of the week after a big game against Vanderbilt last year. Started all 13 games for the Rebels, and he finished the season with 51 catches for 861 yards and 5 touchdowns. Also had 1 touchdown on the ground. So that is your summary for Jonathan Mingo out of Ole Miss. Our second pick that we actually traded up. No, we did not. I'm sorry. Our second pick. All right, so look at these comments here. One second. So again, I was in the midst of saying something incorrectly. They did not trade up for that pick. It was the next round that they traded up for. Nevertheless, let's keep on moving through these draft picks. Oh, wow. So shouts out to Felix. And if you are in the military, say, hey, Felix, definitely appreciate your service. Thank you very much for what you have done. And said it was a military injury that he had to deal with, but he's waiting on his new leg on Monday. Felix, man, that's tough. Tough for you to make it through that and still be in good spirits. Glad that you found the motivation and desire to tune into our show, and I appreciate you coming on very much. And hey, let me know how things go Monday when you get that new leg in and how it feels, and hopefully it'll give you a lot of mobility, feel like new. All right, let's continue to go through this draft order. Our third pick. Now this was one that involved a trade up. They traded up in round 3 with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I wonder if our guy David Tepper had anything to do with being able to place a call to anybody on that, because Tepper previously had ownership in the Pittsburgh Steelers. But nevertheless, round 3, number 90, edge rusher DJ Johnson out of Oregon. He was our third pick for this Carolina Panthers team for the 2023 draft. And let me go ahead and share with you a few details about him. All right, so DJ Johnson, he was a Pac-12 All-Conference honorable mention. Defensive lineman of the week also at one point last year. And finished as a Pac-12 fourth team selection. But he is a guy, nevertheless, that this Carolina Panthers team liked, traded up to get him, and he is now a member of the Carolina Panthers. We also have, with their fourth pick in round 4, number 114 overall. Got to say, my son told me before this even happened, he said, man, you gotta hope that they pick Chandler. And I'm like, why? He's like, because that's my name. So this pick makes my firstborn very happy that they picked the guy with the name of Chandler. But Chandler Zavala out of North Carolina State. Uh, Played with Akeem Aquanu. Again, round four, number 114 overall guard. Chandler Zavala out of NC State. Played previously with Icky, and we'll get to play with him again as a professional on that line. Few fun things about Chandler, if I can get this in front of me here in just a second. Keep leaving those comments if you have something that you'd like for me to talk about before I get off of here tonight. I always make a point to go through as many of those comments as I can. All right, so in regards to Chandler, he was a first team all ACC kind of guy last year. He was also rated the top offensive guard in the ACC by Pro Football Focus. And hey, you like this. This guy was an academic all ACC performer as well. So like to have some smart guys on your team. Certainly, linemen seem to be this different breed of guys. And having a smart lineman, having a smart guy at any position, I don't think is a bad thing. But I like having a guy that was an all AC academic performer. He actually had 6 years of eligibility. So this guy that we're getting in Chandler he's a mature guy. He's not going to be, and that should help him, right? The more mature you are, the more that should help you. The more football experience you have, the more that should help you transition from the college level to the pro level. Should help him with his ability to learn from others. So that's, again, our fourth pick there. And let's keep on going through these picks. Our fifth and final pick, safety, Jamie Robinson out of Florida State. Fifth and final pick, Jamie Robinson, number 145 overall. Safety, Jamie Robinson out of Florida State. And a few facts about him. He appeared in 47 games with the Florida State Seminoles, 37 starts, 319 tackles during the career, 15 and a half for a loss, 7 interceptions, 16 pass breakups, two-time first team all ACC. So I like that. That's promising. In my eyes, that's promising. So there you have it. Once again, I'll put this on the screen for you one last time to digest. The Carolina Panthers 2023 first round draft class. Quarterback Bryce Young, wide receiver Jonathan Mingo, edge rusher DJ Johnson. Nice replacement there. Now we now have another DJ, right? Guard Chandler Zavala, safety Jamie Robinson. All right, so those are your draft picks for this season. Omar Tillman says, hey, give this draft a B. Nice work. Again, I'm going to come back and do another video with a little bit more in-depth analysis. But I'll tell you who definitely seems excited, and that is David Tepper. David Tepper, if you've been on Panthers.com or Twitter, this guy, you can see him just rocking and being excited all throughout the draft. There's definitely some excitement building for this Carolina Panthers team, and I'm all for it. Bring it on. Let's have some excitement because we have not had much excitement that will last too long over the past 6 years. We've got a few more comments here. They are saying Johnson is an athletic freak. Yeah, okay. All right. I think there was another comment about Johnson that I missed. Maybe I did not. But yeah, let's go ahead and go through it. So something that usually comes out on Sunday actually came out tonight for the Carolina Panthers. And so I want to share that with you. This is, as soon as the draft ends, teams have the ability to start to work on their undrafted free agents. These guys have yet to physically come in and sign, so it's not 1,000,000% official, but for the most part, it's 99.9% official. The team put it out there, so pretty sure it's going to be considered a lot. But here you go. They got a lot of them. I think 13 to be exact, but let's go ahead and go over them for you all. So we got defensive end Jalen Redmond, outside linebacker Treviz Moore from Arizona State. Outside linebacker, Iku Leota from Auburn. Inside linebacker, Austin Ajaki from UNLV. Inside linebacker, Bumper Poole out of Arkansas. You got cornerback Colby Richardson out of LSU. You also have cornerback Mark Milton out of Baylor. You have cornerback R. Wright out of Oregon State. Yeah, I don't want to. I know I may have messed up some names already, but certainly when I know I don't know, I do not want to mess up these guys' names. So, safety Nico Bolden out of Kent State. And then running back Cam Peoples out of App State. So, definitely some local guys that are in that mix. We also have wide receiver Josh Vann out of South Carolina. So, was it last year? No, it was about 2 years ago now. We drafted, I can see his face and everything. Man, I'm not going to go there and miss his name. But, yeah, got a guy out of South Carolina, Josh Vann. Offensive tackle Ricky Lee out of North Carolina A&T. So I know some of our other YouTubers will really appreciate that. Shout out to, I'm just going to forget everything tonight. The podcast with Rashad and Dave. PNP, Panther Nation Podcast. I know he went to HBCU, so he went to A&T, so he loves that. And then we also have offensive guard Nash Jensen out of North Dakota State. That, again, rounds up your undrafted free agents. I'll put it on the screen one more time. First 10 right here for you to look at and digest. These guys have yet to come in and sign. And then here's your last three right here that came in and signed as well. So, yeah, thank you for that, Felix. Yeah, Panther Nation Podcast, PNP, slipped my mind. Who's the guy out of South Carolina that we signed not 2 years ago? He's been up and down as a wide receiver. Let me just look it up. It's going to bother me that it's not popping immediately to my mind. We got. This is bogging me. I can't even quickly get to this. Shi Smith. I thought about it just before it came up. Shi Smith is the other guy out of South Carolina that is currently on the roster, wide receiver that we have. So we like some South Carolina guys on the team, at least enough to sign them as an undrafted free agent. So what do you think? That's it. That is our 2023 draft class, as well as our 2023 undrafted free agents for the Carolina Panthers team. Next up, you're going to have me do another show where I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on these picks, as well as I want you all to make sure you subscribe, because next up that we'll actually see these guys in action is the rookie minicamp. Okay, that'll be next month, and I'll be at those practices covering those. So make sure that you, again, tune in to see that. That is all that I have for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Felix, appreciate you chatting with me throughout this evening's broadcast, as well as Loco and Omar Tillman that also signed on and had some comments shared. Please, I appreciate it very much. Hit the thumbs up if you watched this video. Certainly if you made it this far, leave a comment, hashtag I watched. All right, let me know in the comments. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.